morning friends, my name is Arun Kumar Reddy. My roll number is BT10B054. In the last presentation, I spoke about deforestation and how it affects environment. And in this presentation, I am going to talk about the solutions and methods or ways how to prevent deforestation. And there are many ways in which deforestation can be stopped. The most popular one is sustainable logging, which means whenever a tree is cut down, planting 2 more trees in the same place. This will help in preventing global warming. This is a pic that shows a company which is adopting this method. For every tree which is cut down by that company, which is used by that company, the company will plant 2 more trees in the same place. And the major event which took place in this in preventing deforestation was Chipko movement, which is led by a follower of Mahatma Gandhi, Sundarlal Bahuguna. Thank you.
Good morning friends, my name is Rohan Bendre and my roll number is BT10B036. Today I am going to present before you all a very common problem and what I consider an optimum solution to that problem. We all live in hostels named after mighty rivers, but we fail to realize that our water supply is not endless, unlike that of the rivers. Daily, a lot of water is wasted in activities like washing, brushing, shaving, just by keeping the tap running on and on. This problem can be eradicated by using a foot operated tap. The design is ridiculously simple. A flush tank float valve is attached to a L clamp. The float ball is replaced by a foot pedal. The existing inlet pipe of the tap is connected to the inlet valve of the foot tap, and the outlet valve of the tap is connected to the tap itself. The tap is always kept open and the control is at your feet. The cost of this design is around Rs 300, which is a very cheap price to pay in exchange of precious water. Thus, my friends, saving water is in our hands, or rather in our feet. Thank you.
Respected sir and my dear friends, good morning to all. Today I am here to speak about the garbage disposal crisis in my locality. As you can see from the table, due to excessive dumping of waste over 203 tons a day, the major garbage plant in my locality was closed down. The government stopped the collection of garbage in a city which produces more than 300 tons of bio-waste a day. Now, the temporary solution. The government should restart garbage collection. As of now, landfilling is the best option available, though temporary. Now, the government should clean all the garbage deposited all over the city. Now, a permanent solution. The garbage plant should be upgraded. Control the stench by proper ventilation. Bring down the amount of waste dumped there to 90 tons daily. The present one cannot cater to the needs of the entire city, so construction of one more plant. Now, the groundwater in the locality is heavily polluted, so permanent distribution of clean drinking water. Thank you.
Okay, relax. Are you all right? Comfortable? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
We have almost come to the close of the course. We have another module remaining, some more technical presentations and pronunciation of some English sounds, and with that we will close. I am also going to today I am going to give you some comments, some feedback on the presentations you made today and the last week. I will try and pick up, I have picked up some clippings from some of your presentations, and that does not necessarily mean that you have done badly. I also want to congratulate you. I also want to say you have done well, but there are one or two things to which I would like to draw your attention. I have just now picked up only very few people, but maybe I will have some more examples tomorrow. Okay. The point is, this is how we learn. The video recording can show you the way you see others, objectively. None of us is so powerful that we can see ourselves in action, but when you stand before a mirror or when you are photographed or videographed, you can see yourself as others see you. So, look at yourself, come, if you like, you can take a copy of these recordings and look at yourself, look at your friends, see where you have done well, keep them, and where you have not done well, try and change those habits, those manners, those habits of speech. Okay? That is the entire point about these recordings. After all, speaking cannot be taught, it can only be learned by you. It is a skill, you must pick it up, others can only give you guidance. Is that okay? Now, I am going to show you some clippings. Let us take a look, and then I will give you some more comments, and we will stop for today.
E09 B065. The government has to take major actions and social responsible manner to put an end to child labor.
Well, Ashwini definitely spoke much better this time than last time. Okay, lots of pauses, good tempo, but is there anything she should change? Try and see.
Children should be compelled to go to school. Some countries have compulsory schooling and provide free education.
Is there anything that Ashwini should change? Eye contact, correct. Ashwini kept looking at the screen, at her PPTs. Please remember, please write if you like. Can I have your attention? Sure? Okay. PowerPoint slides are not for you when you speak, they are for your listeners. You should know them well enough. You should know the content of each slide, and you should know the sequence of slides. It is not good for me, I turn this way and say, well, Irfan today is wearing a striped shirt. Where are you, Irfan? Okay. I know, I should know that before I present the slide to you, right? And it's not a, it's a mistake which Ashwini alone has not made. Lots of you look at your own presentations, take the copy from me as I told you, and you will find that many people are glued to. It only shows two things, or either of the two things. Either you are so nervous that you cannot look away from the slides, cannot look into the eyes of your listeners, or you do not know, you have just prepared at the last moment and you somehow want to get through the motion. That will not do. Okay? You must prepare. What was the case, Ashwini? Was it the last minute preparation or? Yeah, then you were not sure. Okay? Otherwise, it was a good presentation. As far as there are one or two errors of pronunciation, you can talk to me. Say for instance, she said compelled. It should not be compelled. What should it be? Compelled. Okay? So, like that, practice with the keywords. There may not be more than 8 or 10, not even as many, fewer than 8 or 10 in a minute and a half long presentation. Let us listen to Irfan. what Irfan has to say.
Some ways to remove corruption from our society. This picture shows the depth of corruption in India.
Look at this slide. How many hours would you need, Irfan? Can any one of you read it? Honestly? Irfan, did you read it yourself?
I wanted to mention the last number.
What is it? Oh, this, the red, the number in red. Then why did you have the other things there? No, if you know, they could be there to make a contrast. If that is the case, then you know it was not very clear. And okay, so it is the number in red that you wanted to project. Did that come clearly? Be a friend of Irfan. That can be seen clearly, but did Irfan draw our attention to that? Let's listen.
It's the total amount of money made through corruption from 1948 to 2010. It's a little discount. Shows the
Unemployment, illiteracy, all are cooked.
Okay. Besides, you know, Irfan, you were a little, as far as I am concerned, you could have spoken a little louder. Is that right? Others, please, what do you say? You was a little too soft. It would be all right for you talking to your good friend over a cup of tea in a drawing room. That was the kind of tone, you know. When you speak to more than a few people, you should speak a little louder. Otherwise, it was good. Okay. No other serious mistake. Aman, let's listen to Aman.
Correlated with each other. So if we put a break at any of these stages, then we can in some manner eradicate poverty from our life. So at the population stage, if we encourage people to have 2 or less children by giving them some incentive of free schooling, CE10.
Aman, any comments for Aman? Say good, bad, indifferent. Aman, would you be angry if people said it was not very good? Okay, so Aman is a very democratic person. He doesn't mind being criticized. Anyone? Eye contact. Yes, I also have the same remark, plus 1 or 2 words in pronunciation. You said encourage, you should have said encourage. What is the word? Whenever you attach en, then it is the next word, you know, endanger, okay, encourage, engineer, you know, yeah, it is not en itself, okay, it is not encourage. What is it, Aman? Encourage. Okay. And these things are learnt with a little attention. They don't take a long time, but they make a huge difference. It's like giving flower to a friend or keeping some flowers at your dining table. It doesn't take long time, but it changes the ambience. Okay? Right. Gondor, let us see how you do it.
B017. The problem.
Your slides. Are you here? Okay. Can you read your slides from there? Can your friends, ask your friend sitting next to you, can you read it easily? No, don't say, tell me yes or no. Can you read it easily? Don't say that because your friend will get angry. Would you get angry with him? Would you stop talking to him if he says no? As far as I am concerned, you see there are 1 or 2 points here. The color contrast is not too good. Okay, either you should have gone for extremes, opposites, black on red. It is, you know, a light blue background, then pale yellow or pale white lettering. They don't go well as far as I am concerned. And maybe the font size is okay, but you have a little too. How many of you read it now when it is given? If you get time, yes. You could have cut it down to fewer words. Could you not have cut it down to solid waste being dumped at Velalore dump yard at the rate of, you could have made it shorter, at the rate of, could have been used through that symbol we use in email. You could say solid waste dumped at Velalore, no need for dump yard. You know, do some editing. Do you get my point? Do some editing. In the first draft, do what you like. In the second draft, see how many words must go. What is the minimum essential? Please write. You know. What is the minimum essential? That is the principle for PPT. Only as much and all of as much as is essential, no more. So, do some editing, otherwise you made a very good presentation.
At Tirupur is improper solid waste management at Velalore dump yard. Waste is being dumped at the rate of 600 metric tons a day, and it started since 2002 and now.
Who are you talking to? To your computer? You have such a powerful voice, such absolutely marvelous handsome presence, but you are speaking to your computer. You should be talking to people, look into their eyes. Okay? You should know your slides like the back of your hand. Okay? Are we still friends? Lovely.
5 lakh metric tons of waste is accumulated here. The solution to this problem proposed.
Good flow chart, but once again it requires editing, doesn't it? I am sure if you took a second look, you could get rid of at least half the words. Look at them. Everybody please look at these slides. See how many words you can get rid of. In the first line itself, how many words can you get rid of? Or not possible? What do you say? We can get rid of, if not half, at least 1/3, you know. Some editing. You see, the only point I have been making for the last 3 months is the following. A good presentation is a product of, is a result of good preparation, thoughtful practice and preparation. Okay?
Is use of effective microbes. This is an eco-friendly method.
Traffic problem in Pune.
Okay. Otherwise, you did very well. Good job. Okay. Who is this friend? You will know from the voice. Who is the speaker here? Right. Okay. Let's hear you.
Improve their public transport system.
Take your time. Begin reading the entire slide. Everybody please, I am dead serious. You see, we are in a class. Let us learn through experiment. Okay? Time begins now. Read the entire slide. Silently and slowly. Finished? Okay? Finished? Yes or no? Okay. So, you have taken about 30-35 seconds. Okay. In a presentation of 90 seconds, you cannot take 35 seconds for one slide. I am not telling you your material there is useless, but you have the question of priority. If you are allowed to take only 1 kilogram of luggage, then you will have to ask yourself what I should carry in my bag. Okay? That question you did not ask, otherwise you had wonderful points, I noted the other day, in spite of the fact that you spoke under my pressure, you did a good job. Accept this, okay? And don't imagine, when I give you this feedback that your presentation was lousy. I am just drawing your attention to those spots where you must improve. Okay, that does not mean everything was bad. Actually, it means everything else was good. Only this needs to change. Change it. Okay.
Next is a school timing. The school timing should be changed along with the cost of operation.
Who is this speaker? Next. Right. Let's look at your slides first. How many seconds would you need to look at everything? Look at it once again. Everybody please ask your friends sitting next to you to keep time. Your time begins now. Start reading everything. Sorry? Not visible. Number 1. Why not visible? Font is very small. Lesson number 1. Please write. You don't write it for your private joy. LCD presentation is an aid to help you reach your data, your drawing, your design to your listeners. You must always keep them in your mind and then make the presentation. Okay, I thought only because I am an old man, my eyes are weak, so I thought only I had difficulty reading it, but even your friends have difficulty reading it. Otherwise, good idea, you have given the good layout, your pie chart is rather well done, but the fonts are so small. Okay.
Around 44% of
Other things were quite good. You said percent, many people are still saying percent. Okay, you did a good job of that. Your pronunciation, tempo, pauses, eye contacts, etc. were quite good, except that in this area I thought I should draw your attention. Okay, let's have you. Are you here, Januddin? Okay, right.
BP 10 B0
What is your roll number? What is the roll number of this student? He says BT 10. So what should it be? BT 10. Okay, right. Take time.
In my last presentation, I discussed about road problems in Nellore. So these are some roads during rains and also.
Who are you talking to? Once again, you are glued to the laptop. You are only looking. Get your slides. You know your slides before you make a presentation. Otherwise, it doesn't help you.
What are like this and some of speed breakers, where are the place if needed, and boards and speed breakers cost 1 lakh and the time duration 45 days.
Are you here? Your slides were quite good. I liked them. But there is something else. Listen to yourself.
The worker charges 30,000 and the poor slum.
About you, the earlier speaker. Were you not comfortable? Do you still feel tense? Say yes or no. Why? There is no reason, it's all imaginary that others will laugh at us. They won't. Would you laugh at somebody, one of your friends, if that friend does not make the best presentation? Would you? Yes or no? Nobody laughs at anyone else. Moreover, we are all comparable. This is how we are learning. Okay. So don't try and overcome this. Otherwise, you had good presentation. Your slides were good. You talked about road breakers, controlling accidents, and you had some very good points. But because you were so tense, you did not come out effectively. Gokul, are you here? Or let's
The
look at
habitation is located on disputed government and municipal lands.
tempo of speech. Fast. Eye contact, hardly any, only looking to the movements more than perhaps necessary.
are characterized by serious lack of basic amenities.
Mosquito-borne diseases.
Who is this? Okay, lovely. Let's listen to you. Let's look at your slide first. How many seconds would it take us to read through your slides? Start now. 1, 2, 3. Start now. Read the entire thing. How many seconds? Okay, not too bad, for one slide, but possibly you could have had fewer words.
Mostly kill the people than any other single factor. Mosquitoes can carry
Growing small plants.
Okay, next, who is this speaker? Please. You had some very good ideas for containing garbage, particularly growing grass, etc. on the road. Your font size is also good, but cut on unnecessary word. Garbage on the roads, going into the roadside, open drain channels. There is a lot of repetition. You could have controlled them.
And grass might effectively work in blocking the solid waste to go into
Your tempo was quite good, and everything else is fine. Okay, who is this? Really, my, is that you? You took a straight page out of a book. You wrote them, did you? My God, I would like you to comment on it. Let's see how many seconds you take. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Start reading it, please, silently. Finished? Okay. How many seconds? 40. Who is going to read? People are reluctant. They come for entertainment. See, even in this class, where you have 3 credits to get, I have to do all the circus, jokes, video, mixing, so that I can keep you interested. And when you talk to peer group, nobody bothers, nobody gives a damn. Okay, they just go plain for entertainment. Okay, so unless you make it easy for them, attractive and interesting for them, they are not going to pay attention.
Mehta, under the norms of Slums Rehabilitation Authority.
In the year 2011,
Who is this?
about 1455 people.
Yeah. Okay, I like the class too. What do you think of this slide? Say good, bad, indifferent without fear. No, let's look at the slides. Yeah, space management,
Could have been.
alignment, etc., etc. Everybody, please tell me something.
It could have been bigger. The graph.
Wait a minute, you will have the last word. You will have the last word because it's yours, right? Okay. Let the others speak. Aparna, Ashwini, our friends over there. Ponder, what do you think of this slide? I thought this was much better than the most I had seen. I am not saying this is the best possible. It can get better. But compared with what I had seen, I really liked it. just two axes x and y, you have enough and only relevant information, easy on the eyes. Maybe you could have used a space better. What do you have?
I actually used animation, so when I press the button, more information will come onto the side.
Let's see.
Lost their lives. Most of the power.
Okay, I took only that slice, but that slice I liked. No, once again I am making the same point. When you use PowerPoint presentations, or before they came, we used to have overhead projectors. Have you seen them? OHPs, OHTs. Before that we used to have camera operated slides. All of these things are aid for presentation. Use them wisely and with discrimination. How much must go, when it must come, what must be the size of, how much that goes there, give thought to it. Who is this? Extremely wonderful points, you did a fantastic job. I would write to the chairman of the state committee and ask him to meet you. Okay? Honestly, it was, this is what we expect an engineer to do, solve a problem with existing resources. Okay? But I want your comments on your slides first. Are they okay? Say if you feel they are good, then do not hesitate, say they are good. I am not necessarily asking you to say bad, bad. Okay? There is no harm saying good. How do you like this slide? Yeah, I also thought it was good. Okay, you did a good job of the pie chart as well. Maybe some fonts on my right of the pie chart could possibly be larger. Could you have made them larger, or you didn't have enough space?
Not enough space, but I actually wanted to change the sentences into something better.
Yeah, and no need for you to say we students, just say we waste or students waste, because we are anyway saying hostels. So, faculty do not live in the hostel, it is understood. Certain things you will have to take for granted. When you talk to engineers, you expect that they know basic laws of thermodynamics, do not they? So, similarly, so certain things, otherwise it was a good presentation you gave. I was very pleased really.
Instead, when people go out of their rooms to gossip, whenever the door is latched from
this also, who is this? You continue, right? Yeah, okay, marvelous. I am going to play this presentation for as long as I am going to teach this course.
outside, the power inside the room is shut down. All it requires
For 2 hours.
The tools that you showed, the drawing, the line markings, they were actually yours is the only presentation where I felt we had an engineer in the class. Can I congratulate you? Please clap for him. Okay, who is this next? You took all the bars. How many people can read it? I can't, I am blind. Forget me. Those who are sitting in the front. Arun, Aman, Karthik. Can you read it? Too many of them. Whose slide is this? Okay. What is it you are talking about? Solid waste management. Cut down, just keep it in view of the time, see how much time you have, how much of it is must, what is it that I can do away with, and what is that I cannot do away with. It will give you the right answers.
So, why cut?
Okay, because I took the clippings only from the first day's presentation. I have only so many, but if others are interested, they can please come to my room and they can watch it with me, and I will give you a more detailed feedback. Some, in the end I am an English teacher, I must draw your attention to language. Many of you are doing very well now. I am almost happy with most of your tempo of speech, the pauses that you take, the eye contact. There is, in my opinion, considerable improvement. But you see, we are in the business of perfection. I may not be perfect, but as a teacher that does not stop me from demanding perfection. So, some of your keywords were not pronounced right. I have told you that before you come to speak here, make a list of words that are going to occur in your presentation and see how many of these are long words where you are sure or not sure of pronunciation, stresses, sounds individually. It will not take you long time. Believe me, if you did that exercise, you could finish it in less than 5 minutes. For a 90-minute presentation, 5 minutes of pre-presentation check on pronunciation could be good enough, but you must spend those 5 minutes. Otherwise, without them, your pronunciation can go wrong. What is the pronunciation of the first word here? Industries. It is not industries, it is industries. What is it? Industries. Yeah, but a lot of people said industry. It is not industry, it is industry. What is it? Industry. Industries. Second word? A lot of people said government, government. It is government. What is it? Government. What is it? Government. 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 Come, break it into syllables. Government. And put the stress on the first. Government. Together it is government. Simple, occurs pretty frequently. Next word? It is provision. The second syllable, provision. Okay, VI. What is it? Well, a lot of people said provision. They said pro. They took it to the initial syllable, and then they say we. It's not we. It is V. It is provision. What is the next? Yeah, literacy. Illiteracy. Then next? Different. That is different, not different. Some people pronounced it as different, okay, but it is different. What is it? Different. Amenities. Next? Amenities. Not amenities. Some people say amenities, facility. It is not facility, it is not amenity. What is it? Amenities. What is it? Amenities. Next word? IIT. Actually, extremely few people, very few, fewer than 5 people have pronounced their roll numbers correctly. I marked you. That is why I put roll number there, because I am checking your pronunciation of letters of alphabet and numbers. In your business, in the business of engineering sciences, numbers are going to be hugely important. You are going to talk about them, talking about them every day. You must get them right in isolation and in sequence. Are you with me? Everybody please, are you with me? Yes, sir. Right? But you are not getting that right. Next, how do you pronounce this word? 1995. The main stress will come on 5. What is it? 1995. Next? 6cc. Okay, the final C will take the stress. Next? Electricity. Electricity. What is it? Electricity. It is not electricity, it is electricity. Next? Yeah, it is the statistics. The main stress is on? Say it 10 times. Close your eyes. Come on. Statistics. Follow me. Yes. Come on. Okay, that will do. Okay. Next. Facility. Not facility. It is facility. What is it?
Facility.
Say it again.
Facility.
Next word.
Responsibility.
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 Come again.
Responsibility.
Come again.
Responsibility.
Okay. So some attention, and it makes it. It changes your class. Okay. Next number. 12,000. 12,000. Okay. Stress on the 1,000. This.
Solar.
Lot of people kept saying solar. Okay. Particularly, you can't say that when you are making a presentation on solar power. Next.
Prevent.
That is prevent.
Prevent.
Relent, compel, okay, impel. It is prevent. Next. Yeah, kilometer. Next. Yeah, it's not today. It is today. To is very short, very small, and days very long. Today. Next. Yeah, it is relative. What is it?
Relative.
Say it 10 times, please.
Relative. 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 Relative.
Okay. Next.
Impression.
Yeah, impression. Next.
Faculty.
Yeah, it is faculty, not faculty. Or faculty.
Faculty.
Faculty. Next.
Development.
Yeah, it is development. This one word I have been speaking from day one, and you still say develop. Is not develop. What is it? Develop. Okay. Some attention to pronunciation. I think I'll stop here. Next time, in the next cycle, I am going to be, you have the largest chunk of marks, and I am going to be more relentless. Okay. Please pay attention to all aspects of your presentation, particularly so to the language. Do you have any questions? Okay, I think we will stop here today. Thank you. Have a good day.